What's good, everybody? Is when I come back at you on another video. So this video is going to be about momentum, and I want to highlight to you that when you begin to gain momentum, that is your sign to keep going, right? It is not the time to slow down. It is a time to continue heading in that direction, to put your foot on the gas, because I've seen it happen too many times where people get a little bit of traction and then immediately they get comfortable or start celebrating, believing that they've hit the first, milestone to success, and now like we can take a break. But you need to remember that you're finally gaining traction, you're finally getting momentum. You have to keep going, right? Because sometimes if you just take your foot off the gas, then the little momentum that you gain can just fizzle out, and then you'll be back at square one, right? If I were to use examples, let's just say you had fitness goals. Let's just say your goal is to lose 20 pounds in 3 months, right? Let's say that's the goal, hypothetically. If you were to lose 5 pounds in the first 2 weeks, you're probably telling yourself, wow, I'm way ahead of schedule. This fitness journey is so easy, right? I'm doing this easy and effortlessly. Let me go out and celebrate. And someone can fall into the trap of celebrating a little too hard, right? Breaking their diet, eating whatever foods they want, all the unhealthy foods, all the unhealthy desserts, start drinking beers, right? Because they're celebrating, we're having a good time, right? Everything's great. And then they can very well lose all the progress that they've made, right? When in that case, if you're down 5 pounds in 2 weeks, right? And the goal is to lose 20 pounds in 3 months, you're ahead of schedule. That means it's time to continue locking in and remaining focused until the job's finished, right? Because the job's not done, right? You didn't get this far just to get this far, right? You have your goals and your dreams and your aspirations, and you want to get there, right? You want to reach that destination. Of course, the journey itself is more important than the destination, right? But you have your sights set on the destination. So it's time for you to continue at it, right? If I were to use another example, if we were to have this be like, we were to use a train as an example, and the train, when you're going full speed, the train is heading 200 miles per hour. It is a lot easier and faster to arrive at your destination if you continue heading 200 miles per hour on this train, right? Rather than the train slowing down to 150 or 100 or 50 miles per hour, or even making a complete stop, to then having to turn back on and then pick up the speed again to hopefully reach 200 miles per hour again, right? It's a lot easier for the train to just maintain the 200 miles per hour speed to arrive at its destination at a faster time, right? Or sometimes if the train can even go faster than 200, to just do that, right? It's a lot easier to arrive at your destination when you continue keeping your foot on the gas, right? People from time to time can tend to fall into the trap of when they see a little bit of success, they can believe deep down that they've made it, right? That they finally broke through, and then now it's time to just relax. Now that it's time to go on vacation. Now is not the time to go on vacation, right? If it's a fitness journey, right, and you went down the weight, if you decide to go on vacation, cool. Make sure you maintain your diet and you work out each and every day during the vacation to remain on track with your fitness goals. Not go on vacation to then go to an all-inclusive resort and just eat and party and drink and everything, and then put back on the weight that you lost, right? You want to continue at it. You want to keep at it, because too many cases people have gained some momentum and some traction and they just let it fizzle out. You want to capitalize on it, because right now, this is your time. This is your opportunity right here. It's clear as day. It is right in front of you, and you need to take it up a notch, right? If anything, you need to turn up the heat even more, because now you're saying, okay, now the world is finally beginning to recognize my talent. Now the world is finally beginning to see that I am great. So now let me double down on this so that the world knows that it's not a mistake, right? I'm going to keep at it to show everyone who I am and who I've been this entire time, right? So if it's the fitness journey, right, and if 2 weeks in you lost 5, you say, okay, at least the next 2 weeks I'm going to lose another 5. Maybe it might be more than 5, right? That is how you need to approach it. You need to approach it with that same mindset, that same killer mentality, right? you want to keep at it and continue going until you ultimately win, until you get a reward, right? Don't take a break when now is your time to shine, right? When it's your time to shine, make sure you shine as bright as possible, right? Go as hard as you can. Make it mean something, right? Because for some people, the opportunity doesn't come twice, right? So when the opportunity falls in your lap, when you finally are getting the traction and the momentum that you've always wanted, you have to take advantage. You cannot let the opportunity slip away, right? And I know you won't let the opportunity slip away, right? Because right now in this time, this is your time, right? This is your time to show out and have fun and show the world who you are and who you have been this entire time, right? So remember, when you begin to gain momentum, keep going, because there was once a time where you probably started as a beginner, started something new, and you kept at it behind closed doors where no one was noticing, where no one was paying attention, when no one was giving you attention. And then now you're finally getting some traction and some momentum, right? There was once a time where you were praying for the opportunity that you're in right now, where things are finally starting to look up, where things are finally starting to look positive, and the wheels are turning in your direction, right? There was a time early on that you were praying to be in this position. So why is it, if you were in this position, why would you give it up? Why would you just say, okay, yeah, I'll take a break, right? Things are going well, and I'll come back to it whenever I come back to it. No. The time to continue is right now. The time to put your foot on the gas and to reach a new height, to reach a new level is right now, right? Continue bringing out the best version of yourself and show up with the right attitude each and every day so that you can continue striving for greatness, because you have all of this potential and all of this greatness within you. It's just a matter of whether or not you're going to tap into it today or not. Whether you are going to show up knowing and believing that today's another opportunity to go out and get it, or if you're just going to say, I'll just wait to New Year's to start all over, right? I'll just have my New Year's resolution written and, I'll just try again on January 1st. When there's nothing different between today, tomorrow, and January 1st, right? You can look at today as a brand new opportunity and tomorrow as a brand new opportunity and each and every day as a brand new opportunity, rather than having to wait for the new year for a symbolic new opportunity. Oftentimes the people that just wait are people that don't ever receive, that don't ever get anything out of life, right? It's time for you to go out and make it happen and show up with the right energy so that you can go make it happen, right? When you begin to get momentum, when you begin to finally get some traction, it is your time to keep going, right? Don't let the opportunity slip away. If your train right now is going 200 miles per hour, make sure it continues going 200 miles per hour or faster, right? It is not the time for the train to slow down or come to a stop, because it's going to take a lot more time and energy the train were to come to a complete stop to then try to turn it on and start it again to make it begin going back to 200 where you once were, right? Keep going where you are now and keep pushing the envelope further and keep setting the bar higher, right? Because this is now your time. This is now your time to break out. This is now your time to show to the world that you are great, that you have been great this entire time, and it was only a matter of you tapping into that. But now, since you have momentum, right, it is now your turn and your time to shine. So in this moment, keep going, right? That is your sign. Keep going until you win. So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe, as we are on the road to 1 million subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.